Good evening, D&Ders, and welcome to week 15. The legend continues at D&D at Ellen Craft and Tap. I'll be your commentator DM today, Mark, and with me are the legends of
Chris.
Yes, I'm Kai.
Kai. So our current DM, Reese, is camera shy, so he's not going to appear on camera, so you've got us three again.
Yes, you're DM's Emeritus.
Yeah. So, just to get you up to speed where we are, we're doing a one-shot, which will probably last 2 weeks, with Reese, and we've turned up with Meta Plus characters. Meta characters.
I would say meta, mine's just sort of disturbed a little bit.
I think yours is meta.
Yeah. Yours is definitely meta because it goes outside the game board.
So we've got
I know you.
We've got a Minotaur, we've got a Circle of Spores Druid, we've got Dark Elf.
Dark Elf Assassin.
And I'm a Paladin, Sorcerer, Wizard, Time-bound Paladin, Sorcerer, Wizard with God issues.
And the first thing we've done, looking for the lead into the plot, is kill the lead, I believe. I think we've managed to do that.
None of them are actually dead
The
yet.
barman's dead.
No, I didn't try and kill anybody. I didn't do anything.
Behind the bar.
I thought he was, last time Reese said
No, he's dead.
He's dead.
Oh, wait.
So we killed the lead, but we have in the meantime filled the bar full of grease and earth.
Who did that?
How could that possibly happen? So, just to conclude where we are from last week, when we were in Kai's world, we spent quite a lot of time discussing property and property structures and large-scale commercial cooking. We are now established as a base of operation.
Yeah, you're homeowners.
Homeowners. We haven't got a mortgage though because we've got the deeds.
Yeah.
And basically we've got enough people to run the squad system. Whoever's in can turn up, and the NPCs can make sure we don't get robbed blind.
We've got stable.
And we've got a stable. It's a tremendously good, it's a really tidy place to finish. I was super impressed.
Yeah, they've got 2 NPC retainers is what they're called. And the rule is you can take up to one of them with you at a time, and anyone else that you don't take with you will be looking after your home base.
Yeah.
And there's also a couple of NPCs who aren't adventurers who stay in the home base.
Yeah. So no, it's very tidy.
Feels very organised compared to everybody else's campaign. I'm impressed.
Yes, very good. So one thing we were talking about last week was the age range and how people bring different things by the different ages, and how we didn't think it was a problem because we have a player's charter. So through the player's charter, here is Chris.
So we just hold it there. So I can't do an American voice actor's voice. You're going to get this in Yorkshire, okay? And this is the charter. It has 17 items on it.
It'll be in the comments later.
We'll put them in the comments. I'm not going to read them all out because it'll be dead boring. But the player needs to sign it, and it covers all the isms and ists, working as a team, banter is good, bullying is not cool, all that kind of stuff. And it just makes sure that we all play well together and all on the same page, so we can have fun without anybody, shall we say, going out of the culture of the gaming group. Works quite well.
So the first one, the most important one, is
the Dungeon Master is always right.
Yeah, and that is obvious, but needs to be said because we have come across, in my play experience, people who think the rules are right, and if the DM doesn't interpret it the way they think the rules are right,
they get upset.
They get upset. And the whole point about this is it's supposed to be fun. It's not about people being upset.
Yeah, and we do have no politics or religion at the table.
That is absolutely number one important because nothing will cause more problems, in my humble experience, than people having strong opinions
on religion and politics.
And
expanded the WhatsApp group as well.
And it's an easy thing to say, just don't talk about it. And it's something I think we can all agree we've managed to achieve.
We have, and if somebody does do that, everybody calls them out, and it's sorry, right, okay, we'll leave it there. So that works quite well.
Yeah. So now you've reread it, Kai, since the first time you signed it, have you got any comments on it?
Sure. Thank you, Chris. I did have a thought. Oh yes, the rule which one is it? Rule number 4, work as a team.
Yes. So if you don't play as a team, if you all go off crashing around doing your separate things, especially if you've got a rogue or a thief in the party, it just can't, in my opinion, it never works. You can have a little tiny pop of it every now and again.
And especially in downtime, it's like where I left the campaign, my campaign, you were saying that you're all in your house in the city.
Yeah.
I could totally, before the next time we say, when we left it, you were planning on doing the next morning, but we could have left it slightly differently where you were a bit of loose end. I could have had a bit of a message you guys between sessions and be like, okay, you're all in the city, what is it you guys want to achieve? And have a bit of, over WhatsApp, personally, like a bit of, side story of everyone going,
That's okay, but it's when you split the party in game and there's 3 people sat there with a pint playing on the phone, nothing's going on.
I've had to take players out. I think last time I had to put you up, you could listen at the door.
Yeah, I think the taking people out of the room is slightly over the top from my DM style.
But it improved the quality of clientele in this room by 100%. So
yeah, I'll have to remember that next time we DM for you.
I'm scared.
It's just one thing. When I read that initially, I interpreted it slightly differently from how I think you meant it, based on what you've done so far. Because there's been times when people have been when 2 or more players have definitely been working together, but their characters have been at odds.
Yes.
And you've referred to and you've pointed those players at the charter, and I personally would have interpreted that as the players working as a team, but the characters being against each other and in character disagreements.
Well, I think you need to watch the in-character disagreements. You do have to watch how that bleeds into relationships around the table as well.
Because people can take this very seriously.
Yeah, and they do take it seriously. Also, got to think about a level of disruption for the players around the table. So there's a few angles to that.
Yeah, I definitely think it's worth checking in with people, being like, okay, James, Bob, you're both okay with this actually, even though Brock and Chandra are going at it and checking.
Well, we managed this episode without a massive camera shake, but now we're giving the time told to
we haven't mentioned American voice actors yet.
We
haven't talked about the Bardock.
You did mention American voice
Only
actors.
once, it wasn't enough, so we're doing it a bit more. Right, okay, so I'm going to just plug the Bardock again. It's going to be in August. If anybody's interested, ask in the comments, we'll put the date down and everybody's welcome. So if you want to come along, we'll you come take part in the Bardock.
You
need to be creative, you need to play a bard, right? You need to play a bard and you need to be creative. So bonus points for weird instruments or anything like that. We've seen kazoos, we want more.
Yes, if you want to bring your own instrument, that's highly encouraged.
Highly encouraged.
For 1 week only.
For 1 week only.
Yeah.
No other week.
If you have any comments or questions, do leave them in the comments and we'll answer them in future videos.
Yeah, we may even do some of the Bardock live with consent of the other players, if there's enough interest online.
Yes.
So if you're interested in that, post it in the comments.
Okay, right. Well, that's all we've got time for. This a classic episode, I think you'll feel. Week 15, over and out. Keep on playing.
See you next week.
See you next week.